class. My name is Margaret Brandstetter, and I just want to say I really enjoyed taking this class with all of you guys. I loved reading the responses to the discussion topics. Learned a lot, with the exchange of information from one another. I loved reading the Live With blogs; those were awesome and fun. So I'll give you a little bit of background about a dilemma that I was faced with a few years back. I was working at a Catholic preschool. We had two classrooms, one with 2.5 to 3 year olds, which myself and a coworker were in charge of, a co-teacher. And then we had a 4 and 5 year old classroom, which another coworker of mine and another teacher were in charge of. And the dilemma I was faced with, the family that I'm going to talk about, was she was the lead teacher for this family. However, both classrooms, we shared a lot of classroom time together during morning drop-offs and afternoon pickups. We would share classroom time. All of the children were together at that time, and all of the teachers, and a lot of celebrations and different events we were doing. We would share, both classrooms. So we got to know all the children very well, and we got to know the families pretty well. So we would exchange a lot of information about the kids with one another. But this one particular family, the mom and dad were going through separation, and it was going to probably end in divorce. I noticed, before I knew about it, I noticed my coworker was getting very close to the father. She would talk to him for a long time, when the father was dropping off or picking up in the afternoon. She would sit and talk with him for long periods of time. And one day I kind of asked her what was going on, and she told me that the family was separated. I mean, the parents were separating. And so I told her that would be good information to relay to all the teachers, so that we can make sure to keep an eye on the daughter, to make sure that, nothing was affecting her that bad with the separation. And she said she had it handled, and that, she knew, she would talk with them, and that she knew what was going on. So later on, the mom came to me a couple of times very upset because she missed a few events that were happening at the school. We used to give the families newsletters of things that were going on with the classroom, or when we were having a special event or a celebration. And then we also did text sometimes, or emails to the families to remind them. But the mom wasn't getting this information, I guess. And then she would ask sometimes if the daughter, when she was picking up, if the daughter had any projects or schoolwork. Usually her cubby was empty when the mom came. So the way I decided on the resolution was I wanted to handle it with finesse. So I decided to speak with my coworker. I decided to, uphold my responsibility to my coworker. And when I had a concern, I decided I would talk with her first before I did anything else. I didn't want to step on her toes. I didn't want her to feel like I didn't believe that, she knew how to handle a situation. I wanted to make sure that we can talk about it, and we can exchange information with one another, and maybe we can collaborate together and come up with a way that we were making sure that the child's needs were being met, which would be to have both families involved in the education, both parties. The parents didn't have any court order as to, who had sole custody of the child. There was nothing stating that neither parent couldn't, come to the school or attend. So it was our responsibility to make sure we included both parties in the exchange of information about the child. That was the best way that we could make sure the needs of that child is being met, and that we were, upholding our responsibilities to the family, to each other, to the child. So what I learned from this project and this experience, I learned a lot. I learned how to handle an ethical dilemma. I learned how to handle it with finesse. Also, I learned how to make a decision, brainstorm, and make an ethical decision that I felt would uphold my responsibilities to all the stakeholders involved. Yeah, I really learned a lot from this this project. Thank you.